Hi folks, Des Phoebe from the Franchise Entrepreneur and welcome to a brand new episode. I'm just returning from my holes and getting stuck straight back into a new podcast, and today's is not the intended podcast I was going to do because just a few things that kind of I've experienced in the last couple of weeks, so I thought I would have a bit of a rant about them today. And really the topic of conversation today is about nothing is what it seems. So it's a bit of a rant and a bit of an observation. So if you take things like everything we seem to touch in today's society just seems to almost be a lie or not what it seems. So social media, it's a blessing and a devil. You can reach millions with your product and messages for little or no money, but that also means you can be seen and targeted by pretty much any Tom, Dick and Harry. Well, that is where the devil lies in wait for you. One wrong click and you are fair game for pretty much anyone. All of a sudden you're getting, buy my product here, buy this, buy that, buy this holiday, are you interested in this? Every single search that you do gives somebody the opportunity and a chance to try his skill to outwit you. This is no joke. A couple of weeks ago, I was considering how to use excess money in our business bank account for short-term investments, and I've been playing around with it for a while. So I decided to look at stocks and shares. Proceeded to the searches, almost immediately inundated by what appeared to be genuine companies and brokers. But then you do a little bit of research. So fortunately, I did do some research on them, and you find that they're not real. They're not the real deal. There are a mix of plain fraudulent ones which will try to get you to send money and then they will no doubt disappear. And then there's the more complex ones who have basically copied or duplicated other people's sites who are genuine to try and get you to join them. So, it's unfortunate that so many people seem to be just out to try and screw you over, and that's the way in which it seems to feel. In the end, I found my way through it, but I was even getting messages on places like LinkedIn, and I'm not even sure how they managed to do that when you're actually looking on Google. It's incredible. Sometimes it just looks like everyone's out to get you. Dodgy builders, dating sites, and PS, I don't use dating sites, I am happily married. But we all know the stories, don't we? And we've probably all experienced them at some point. Everyone lies on them. How many people lie? 6-foot beauty wants to meet handsome stud. Arrange to meet and neither of you recognises the other one because you both lied. On site searches, it's full of bandits just waiting to take your money, bad suppliers. You can't even buy a packet of crisps without feeling that you've been beaten to it and someone's resealed it and you've taken half of the crisps before you. You then look at your socials, more lies. Want to be successful like me? Picture of them stood in front of their Ferrari or plane. Buy my book and I'll tell you how to do it. I get up at 4 a.m, so must you. Look at my car, my exotic holidays, blah, blah, blah. Fuck off. Lie, lie, lie. But the thing is, guess what? With all of this, it's all a trap. The crooks that try to take your money, the people that try to snare you into the world of smoke and mirrors to make you feel bad about yourself. I'm not keeping up with the Joneses, my neighbours. Why can't I have a body like that? How did he get to be so wealthy? Why do bad things always happen to me? And that person has such an easy life. Well, the reality is that it's normal. It's normal for us to have these thoughts. It's actually human. That's how we are wired. But we can limit those emotions because that's what they are. They are emotions, and that's jealousy, desire, greed, envy. We can make sure we put them in a box and acknowledge that some bad people are out there, but most are good. Not everyone is out to screw you over. Not everyone is happy on social media and more successful than you. Your neighbours are probably not having as much sex as you are. And no one has a perfect life. Realise that you and you alone are responsible for what you get from your life, and blaming others doesn't make anything better. You're going to have bad days, we all are, but they will pass, and if you keep believing in yourself and put one foot in front of the other, you will move forward. Realise your potential and believe that there are infinite possibilities out there, and grab some for yourself. Now, I appreciate this podcast is a little bit different from my previous ones, a little bit more of a rant and maybe a bit more kind of deeper emotionally than some of the others, but I genuinely believe that there is a lot of smoke and mirrors out there in our everyday life, and we need to try and see through it. We all have bad days, and I think that leads me nicely on to my sign off, which is don't let your reality get in the way of your dreams. So I hope you liked this podcast. If you did, then please tell others about it and tune in for next week.